into a smaller screen. So welcome. That's fantastic. And I'm with the Corja Arts Festival, so it's really lovely to welcome you all. I'm delighted that we could have Encounter on during our programme here this year. And to Sinead Dolan, to everybody at Lochbow and Schligach Films, congratulations and very well done on an excellent production. Well, I have a captive audience. I can't resist the urge to just plug two great shows that are happening tomorrow in the Factory Performance Space. We have a company called Callback Theatre, and they're doing lunchtime theatre at 1 and supper time theatre at 5:30. And it's a show called Fred and Alice, and it's really, really wonderful. It's such a thought-provoking and funny piece of theatre. I really recommend that you all go along.
Be here this evening with you to the screening of Encounter. And Encounter is a film by Sabona, I better say it right. Sabona Productions, and it's in association with the Lochbow Film and Schligach Films. The Irish film industry is hugely important, as we all know, and in terms of cultural significance, and it's, I can't read now because I can't see it. And it's an invaluable contribution to the Irish film organisations. And I suppose when you think of Ireland, you know, we have such incredible international prestige now between the Cannes Festival and the International Festival. And if you think about like our actors and our directors and how well they're held in such high esteem in faraway places, that Lochbow and Sabona will be heading very shortly, I do believe. So I suppose the vitality and the energy around this film, because it's shot locally and because it has such significance culturally, I think is very, very important. And in terms of the local media, they portrayed it as engaging, intriguing, interesting, and I hope that kind of prestige actually brings out the people of Sligo to come and see it. And I suppose this film addresses the theme of equality and integration. And I suppose they're two of the most important social issues that we have in society today. And I think this film showcases the importance of that and the need for us to have an interest and the need for us to take cognizance of how we treat people and what we do in our lives every day. I believe that, you know, that the endorsement for this film will encourage people to come out. I think that the people who are actually involved in the film are just fabulous. They're wonderful, they're inspiring, and I do hope that this just doesn't, I was speaking to a gentleman earlier on, this just goes international. There you go. That this goes international. And I think that this will maybe hopefully put Sligo on the map, and maybe we'll see it on RTE or TV3 or some of those very, very soon. So I'd want to wish you a very enjoyable evening. I hope you enjoy the show. But now I'll hand you on to the most important people. I want to introduce you to Sinead and to Elvis, and I'll hand you over to them.
So I've got to speak cell, sorry. Lady Mayor, distinguished guests and general riffraff, you know who you are. So on behalf of the Sabona Group, I'd like to welcome you all to the first public screening of Encounter. What you're about to see is the product of a small dedicated group of people that had a little idea to write a short script. And this little idea grew into a very large group of dedicated people who came together to make this film. There's too many people to mention, so we've just singled out a few. One person who's here tonight who helped us get the project started is Pamela Anderson from the Sligo County Council Rapid Programme, and without whom Sabona Community Productions couldn't exist. So where's Pamela? There's three other people that I want to thank and who weren't able to be with us here tonight. But their dedication and passion for this project went above and beyond all expectations. Mustafa Abdi, who's one of the originators of the script, and you'll see him on screen here as he plays the part of Jonah, our leading man. Our line producer Noreen Hennessy who you'll also see on screen playing Jonah's new neighbour. And lastly, our very talented director of photography, Tony Kenny. Sadly, Tony's not with us here tonight because, as many of you here know, he passed away suddenly last year after finishing this film. And without his dedication, this project wouldn't have happened. And while you'll only see him very briefly, he's got a very small cameo on screen. His presence is here for the full hour in his beautiful work. He's not only represented on screen here tonight, but he's represented here by his parents, Mary and Eamon Kenny. You're very welcome, Mary and Eamon, and I'm really sure that you'll be proud of what you see. And thanks for coming down. So this was supposed to be a short film exploring the kinds of issues that affect people who move to a new country. But the more we explored the issues, the more the stories grew, much to the dismay of our script editor, Glenn. And it was actually Tony who suggested that rather than sticking our heads into the idea of like a Hollywood format and Hollywood length of a short film, why wouldn't we like incorporate the Nollywood style? And for anyone who isn't familiar with Nollywood, it's the African film industry, and it's actually the second biggest film industry in the world. But it's well known for kind of long storylines, low budget and low production values, and we thought, hey, we can do that. But Tony actually pushed us really hard to try and aim really high to get higher production values, despite the lack of our Hollywood budget. So nearly all of the actors and crew had never been on a set in their lives. So what you're about to see was 95% of the people involved in this were doing it for the first time. And you're going to see an extremely talented bunch of people. When you see their names in big lights in the future, as Marcella said, you'll be able to say like that you saw them here first in Sligo. We dragged everyone into this project, and we were fortunate enough to get the expert help from local filmmakers and the Sligo Film Centre, which has been our base for the last year and a half. And we also got the support and help of over 100 people from all walks of life in Sligo, businesses, friends, families, strangers, and everywhere we went, we heard yes to all of our crazy requests. We raised money successfully through a funded campaign, and we got support in money, in kind, in food, and in love all over Sligo. And this project started out as a love story, and it shows that no matter where in the world you were born, no matter how different our cultures are, when it comes to love, it's a universal story, because love is colourblind. And so our sincere thanks to the people of Sligo who have welcomed all of us who've moved to your beautiful county and accepted us as one of your own. And none of this would be made possible without the man above. That's James Dennison up there in the projection room.
Whoa!
And James really worked like extra hard this week to get this on screen. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Slollywood.